Hello from New York City. Most prepping advice focuses on rural settings, but what if you live in the heart of a major city? Urban emergencies come with their own set of challenges: high population density, limited space, and reliance on very fragile infrastructures. Today, I'm going to be breaking down 8 essential strategies for urban preparedness that are designed specifically for city dwellers. If you are just joining the MuthaPrepper channel, welcome. Here we talk about all things practical preparedness, less of the gloom and doom and more of the equip and empower. First one is space-conscious prepping. In a city, you're often working with really limited space, maybe a tiny apartment, a studio, or even a room in a shared house. That means you cannot stockpile like someone who has a garage, a basement, or acres of land. Instead, you may need to prep a little different, a little bit more creative. Instead, you may need to prep vertically or maybe maximize hidden storage where you live. Think under bed bins, think vacuum-sealed food, or multi-purpose items like a solar lantern that also doubles as a phone charger. You're going to want to be able to maximize all of the space that you use up. Some cool ideas: consider a rolling shelf in a closet that's dedicated to prepping, or storing water in stackable containers so you're maximizing the actual footprint rather than having to spread this out over a much larger space. Creative storage solutions can come in a lot of different ways. I've even seen people be able to put food behind the couch in stackable cans, or even repurpose a linen closet like we did as an extended pantry. Compact food like rice, lentils, canned proteins, and energy bars can be rotated easily, so these are great ideas if you're just starting your food supply. When living in a small area, it is super important that you build your supply without crowding your space. Number 2, high population density can equal high risk. In an urban disaster, you're not just trying to get out, you're trying to get out with millions of people trying to do the exact same thing. Listen, cities are built for efficiency, not emergencies. Roads jam up, store shelves get empty within hours, and emergency services can easily get overwhelmed just trying to get around fast. Can you hear the sirens in the background? That's an all-day thing here and in other very urban settings. That's why your first 72 hours of independence and survival is so key. It's important that you have enough food, water, and medication for at least 3 days. And yes, I know, even in a city setting, which can be a little tricky. It's important you know routes in and out of your neighborhood, and if you are driving in this city setting, make sure you at least keep half a tank of gas at all times. Now, if you rely on public transit, have a plan to walk or bike out if necessary. Again, you want to be able to know multiple ways in and out of your immediate neighborhood if suddenly an emergency happens and you need to get out. The last thing you want to do is really pick the more popular and high density areas and paths that a lot of people are going to be using to get out and flee. Number 3, noise and light discipline. During a power outage, being the only apartment with lights or noise can attract some really unwanted attention. In an urban chaos situation, discretion is safety. I suggest investing in low light gear like red light headlamps, blackout curtains, or battery-powered fans that don't necessarily make a lot of noise. If you can, during those situations, avoid cooking foods with strong smells, and don't broadcast that you're well prepared. You do not want to become a target in this type of situation. Even a warm glow from your window could draw a desperate crowd. Do not underestimate people's drive for self-preservation. Man, these sirens are really like a 24-hour thing out here. That's wild. Number 4, public transit awareness. Places like this, New York City, most city dwellers rely on public transit. But if the system goes down or it's unsafe, you need to move fast on your own. Now, this goes back to the first 72 hours. Always make sure you have a bug-out bag that's light enough to carry for long distances. Important one, especially in a city setting, include a city map, not a GPS app, a real paper foldable map. No foot accessible routes that are in your neighborhood or your surrounding areas, and practice walking them when you can. You can even mark places on your map with water access, emergency shelters, or reliable rest points. Now, if biking is an option for you, keep your bike maintained, tuned, and stored indoors. Again, you do not want to be a target for theft because you have a bike and a means to escape more efficiently. Number 5, building and infrastructure hazards. And this one, I don't feel like we talk enough about this one. In a city like this, New York City, there are a ton of buildings that are still in use today that are extremely old and have to constantly be maintained. maintained. Let's face it, urban infrastructure is aging and often neglected. That means for you, if you live in a city like this, your building could become a hazard in an earthquake, a flood, or even a fire. Whether it's the apartment building you live in, or the building you work in, or just buildings that you find yourself frequently in, if they are aging, you need to know where the emergency exits, the gas shutoff valves, and the emergency stairwells are located. If you live in an apartment building that has multiple levels and you live high up there, please also remember that during a power outage, there is a very real possibility that all of the elevator. The word is elevator. Why can't I get? During a power outage, the elevators will fail. So again, this is really important to know where your emergency stairwells are. If your building has rooftop access like this one, it could be a place to go to signal for help during an emergency. It could also be a place for water collection. You want to just make sure you check with your building management. Number 6, urban EDC, otherwise known as everyday carry. Your everyday carry, especially in a city setting, should be light and powerful. It should be tiny and mighty. I recommend carrying the following: a multi-tool, mini flashlight or a pen light, pepper spray or another personal defense tool. Please make sure you check with what is legal in your state. An N95 mask for pollution, smoke, pandemics, a phone charger, or even better, a power bank, a foldable map, we covered this earlier, cash in varying small bills, and a sturdy whistle for signaling. This might be a bit more expansive than what you can fit in your immediate pocket, but this is a great pack to keep in your bag, in your backpack, or just what you usually carry with you as you're walking about in your city setting. These items are subtle, but they give you the ability to escape, communicate, and navigate during urban emergencies. Number 7, did I do that right? Communication alternatives. This is going to be true for everybody, no matter where you live. Cell towers go down, the Wi-Fi can fail, and suddenly you're cut off. That's why every prepper should have a battery-powered or hand crank emergency radio. This way you can receive emergency alerts no matter what. I would really recommend investing in walkie-talkies with at least a 2-mile range. There are also apps that work offline using mesh networks to communicate, but you want to build in redundancy to your communication plan. So having both of these options is even better. During a power outage, even a printed contact list of your loved ones can be a lifesaver. Last one, number 8, is community awareness. You want to know one of the most underused resources in a city setting? Your neighbors. It's true, in an emergency, your neighbors may be your first line of support or your first threat. Start building connections now. Join local community boards, attend building meetings, or just have conversations. Knowing who's around you and what skills or resources they have could be the difference between panic and teamwork. Urban emergencies are fast, they're chaotic, they're high stakes, but if you prep smart with space-saving tools, solid exit strategies, and a strong awareness of your environment, you can absolutely thrive in a city during a crisis. So, what did you think about these tips? Are you prepping in an apartment or a city, maybe like the one behind me? Drop a comment below and tell me, what is your top urban preparedness concern? Just starting to build your own bug out bag? Check out this video for survival items I never leave without. If you found this video helpful, share it with somebody who might benefit from it. For more practical preparedness, be sure to sign up for my newsletter and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, small steps you make today can be a huge difference for tomorrow. Stay prepared, and I will catch you in the next video.